Hey there, folks. Today I got some news that might raise an eyebrows or two. Yellow, that old and big U.S. trucking company, had to shut down recently. And boy, it's not a pretty sight. It's been struggling with debt and wrestling with Teamsters Union, and now it's come crashing down. You see, this 99-year-old company had over 12,000 trucks moving stuff for big names like Walmart, Home Depot, you name it. But despite gobbling up competitors, sweet talking with the union, and even scoring a hefty government bailout, they just couldn't get their act together. So what happened exactly? Well, they sent out notices to everyone, customers and employees alike, saying that they were calling it quits. Now they're planning to file for bankruptcy. They're trying to sell off whatever's left of the company. And it's not just the business that's taking a hit. Nearly 30,000 jobs are on the line, including around 22,000 Teamster members. That's not something you want to write home about. This mess isn't just bad news for Yellow. It's a huge blow to the U.S. trucking industry as well. You see, some customers saw the writing on the wall and switched to other trucking companies before the collapse. So yeah, they've been circling this drain for a while now. Now let's talk about some of the missteps that led Yellow to this disaster. They tried to merge with other companies, thinking it would make them stronger against non-union competitors, but instead it turned into a costly mess. They couldn't even manage to integrate their operations properly. They also got themselves tangled in a web of debt, because over the years they posted more losses than a teenager playing the stock market. And don't even get me started on the questionable government bailout they got in 2020. The Teamsters Union didn't make things any easier, demanding concessions and holding out negotiations. But hey, I'm not pointing any fingers here. Yellow's management shoulders some of the blame too. All in all, it's a messy situation, and it's not looking good for Yellow. Even the Trump administration's rescue loan couldn't save them, and now they're facing bankruptcy. And I'm sure everybody saw that video circulating of the guy spazzing out when his manager gave him the bad news about his pension.
Now we gotta do this shit again. So all I have to say is that we gotta do this shit again. And nobody tell me, and nobody here tell me why I get emotional. Why you talk like that? That's fine. That's fine. You can do that. You don't know where I'm motherfucking feel. I want my ass off of this motherfucking. Exactly. I've been here 30-something motherfucking years. Yeah, I agree too. 30-something fucking years. You tell me I ain't got no motherfucking pension.
And so that guy is one of thousands of people whose financial future that was dependent upon Yellow is not looking too pretty either. It's sad to see a company with such a long history go down like this, but hey, it is what it is. Hopefully those affected can find their way out of this mess. In the meantime, other trucking companies are probably rubbing their hands together, ready to pick up some of the slack. So there you have it, folks. Yellow's story is a cautionary tale about biting off more than you can chew and not getting your act together. The sad part about this story is that Yellow is just one company of many that are in the same boat. We just haven't heard about them yet. But in the next weeks and months ahead, it's good to say more stories will be making the news. More people will be blowing up and spazzing out when they find out the news that their financial future, which was dependent upon a lie that was way outdated, and that lie being that you can give the best of your youth in hopes of enjoying your latter years on the dime of a company, may not be possible in this new monetary norm we're heading into. But one of the biggest takeaways we can all learn from this, especially if you're currently in the working field, is that economic conditions, due to the fiscal monetary forces at work right now, will make it very hard for companies to exist. Nevertheless, the people employed at those companies, and especially if they're a public traded company, the primary focus is shareholders, not the employees, even though employees keep the company running so that the shareholders can profit off of the activity. So that cycle there is being challenged right now. And in the natural, there's no signs of hope because this fiat debt system has to flush itself out. And as it flushes itself out, it's going to cause a lot of economic turbulence. And as a result of that, there'll be a lot of financial casualties as well. So what am I saying? No one here should expect any future promises of any kind from your current or past employers just because the Federal Reserve hiking rates as well as other central banks is putting a stranglehold on the economy. And because the Federal Reserve has disrupted the boom and bust cyclical nature of the economy, the boom period was extended too long artificially. And so the bust period that's unfolding is going to be catastrophic. And that's just the reality of what we're facing. But anyway, thought I would share my 2 cents on this whole Yellow bankruptcy. Curious to hear what you guys think. If you found any value, share this so more people can find out what's going on. Catch you in the next video.